So, you've been thinking about doing a cord cutting ritual, maybe even for weeks, and maybe you've already gotten the supplies, but something has you hesitating. And I want to talk to you about that hesitation because I think a lot of people will tell you to just go and do the ritual, to light the candles, to burn or cut the cord and move forward. But I've been doing this for a very long time, for decades. And I've been doing this work long enough to know that timing is everything. And if you rush a cord cutting before you're actually ready, it can make things a lot harder and not easier for you. So today I thought I'll give you a real version rather than a copy and paste version that I tend to see people put out. Because again, timing is important. Timing is of the essence. So when a cord cutting is actually the right move, and when doing it too soon is actually costing you something spiritually. So let's get into that today. It's severing an energetic tie, okay? That is what cord cutting is. It is not, you metaphorically removing them from your life. You are literally severing an energetic tie. This is an actual channel that gets formed between you and another person through shared time, through thought, through emotion, through intimacy, through trauma. And so these cords are why you can still feel someone's energy even after they're gone, and why they show up in your dreams even when you don't want them to, and why your nervous system reacts to their name before your mind even fully processes it. And so that cord cutting ritual is something that closes that channel, right? It calls your energy back to you, and it gives you your own field back. But that ritual is not what actually heals you. It marks a healing that's already started happening inside of you. So if you haven't done the cord cutting, and if the healing hasn't happened yet, the ritual's not going to have something solid to really take, right? To take to. So when are you ready? The first sign that you are ready for a cord cutting is that you have made a decision, a real decision, not a desperate wish and this rush of desperation and just you begging the universe to fix things and to get them out of your life and fix this pain that you're in. Because there's a difference, right? When you can hold that thought of releasing this person and feel something other than pure panic, that's going to be clarity, and that's going to be your green light. And then the second sign that you are absolutely ready for a cord cutting is that the relationship is over, but your energy hasn't gotten the message. So yeah, you guys broke up or you have separated. Maybe you've been in no contact for a while, but you're still feeling them every single day. And you're dreaming of them, and you feel their moods like the weather that you didn't ask for. And so it's this open wound, right? And this cord cutting is exactly what's needed to help seal that for you. So the third sign is that you have already sat with the grief. Okay, maybe you wanted to bypass it and try to go around it. Maybe you even did try to go around it. But you've taken the time now to sit with the grief. And you've cried. And you've purged this emotional energy. You've gotten honest about what you actually wanted from this person and why. You've done the inner work. This ritual is going to be the threshold, right? This is not the beginning. This marks the moment that you have already done the hard thing internally, and now you are ready to close that door spiritually. And the part that's hard to hear, if you are still in shock, if this has happened recently and the grief is still coming and it's arriving in these waves and it's catching you off guard, a cord cutting ritual done right is fantastic. But if it's done right away, right now, it might not hold, it might not take. And that's because the energetic work needs a stable field to really land in. So if your emotional body is still in this crisis and it hasn't purged enough, that cut is not going to have a clean surface to seal. Okay. You might feel relief for a few days, but then you feel this pull coming right back to this person, right? And I also want to say something else. A cord cutting does not dissolve love, okay? It does sever the attachment pattern. It can sever the drain, right? They siphon your energy when they're connected to you, so it can siphon or sever that. It can help to disconnect that energy feed. But it is still going to allow feelings to flow. And so those feelings can flow on their own timeline. So if you are expecting to do this ritual and to wake up not loving them anymore, not caring about them anymore, and then it doesn't happen, that disappointment can be very hard to come back from. And also, if you are still in active contact, you're texting them, you're checking their socials, you're orbiting, the ritual can't quite compete with what you're doing in real time, right? You cannot feed a cord and cut the cord at the same time. So, also, if you are acting from a place of panic, if you've maybe had a terrible week or you found out some additional very upsetting information, you're in the middle of this storm in your life, wait. And I know that's a painful thing to hear and an uncomfortable thing to hear, but give yourself and give your energy at least 48 to 72 hours to settle. Maybe get some Reiki done and let that settle. And let that wave of grief pass. And then you can come back to the decision from a much quieter place, right? Because when we are going into spiritual work, energetic work from a panic-driven place, it is going to scatter the energy more instead of focusing it where we need it. So here is where I will leave you today. If you are recognizing yourself in the green light section and you think that it's time for you to do this cord cutting and you have all of the stuff to do it, you know how to do it, I encourage you to go and take care of that. Spend some time and setting up your altar and going through the working, and give yourself some time afterwards to just be, just to exist, to process that. And if you recognize that it's time, but you don't know how, or you don't want to do it yourself and you're looking for someone to do that service for you, I do offer cord cutting as a distance service. I like to do it through a combination of Reiki and physical manifestation through a candle magic. And so this can be also done with prayer and with full intention on your behalf. And I will link that down below for you if you're interested in that service. And if you are someone who is recognizing yourself in those red flags, it's gonna be okay. And I know it's kind of hard to hear right now, but I'm proud of you for understanding and recognizing that you're in the red flag section, because that's discernment at work, right? Your upper chakras are noticing these things. They're active. And I think it's best for you to start with stabilizing work, right? Maybe an energy healing session, a reading, inner work, something that's going to give you a little bit more peace of mind and calm down your system before actually going into the cord cutting, right? So those cord cuttings will also be here when you are ready, and when you can come into it grounded and whole and ready to let go, that is when it is going to take the best. So take your time, subscribe for more root work and wisdom every single week. And if this helped you, please feel free to share it with someone who is asking the same question.